For my practicum, I'm working at the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, one of their scientific resource centers, working remotely from Portland, Oregon, where they're stationed out of the VA there. I am conducting a rapid review, which is a new style of systematic review or meta-analysis about an aspect of something in healthcare. And as part of that, we're doing KI interviews, looking at what federal agencies are doing, different policies and regulations and rule promulgations. So the project that we're working on right now is a really rapidly evolving aspect of healthcare, and it's really hard to do a very systematic approach, like a systematic analysis. So we're doing a rapid review, which is this kind of new way of taking a cross-section of all the knowledge that exists right now that pulls in both quantitative and qualitative research and analysis, which has been really interesting. I come from a pretty hardcore quantitative background. So what I've learned in the classroom, that qualitative analysis, coding, interviews, stuff like that has been really helpful. And then we're also, part of the project that we're doing is looking at what different federal agencies are doing about this specific issue. And so knowing about the structure of the federal government, which you would hope that you would learn in high school, but unfortunately not. And learning about, how legislation and stuff is implemented in the federal government has been really helpful for me to analyze where that's happening. The whole point of the practicum is to apply what we learn in the classroom, and so having that confidence about doing skills. Like I learned about line-by-line coding in a class that we have in the spring, and then I was able to apply it in my practicum the next week, and I'll be able to apply it again after we have another KI interview. So just reinforcing that skill that I only did once in the classroom, but now get to do 15 times in the practicum. I think also imposter syndrome is a big thing, and being able to be like, I've done this, I know how to do it, I've done it for a real person and not just for an assignment that I turned in on Canvas for a grade, was really important. I'm really interested in a PhD in the future, and I'm kind of using this practicum as a way to assess if I really like research or not. And I do, which is exciting. And, that helps move me forward into really looking at PhD critically and deciding if that's something I want to do right now or later. It also, this practicum helps me network with a whole other academic university, Oregon Health and Science University, that in faculty there that could help me find positions outside of Pittsburgh if I wanted to leave, or just find positions across the country. So it really expands my network and will help me solidify that future path of going into research.